Did you listen to last week's episode?
I listened to part of it. I have not gotten through all of it yet.
It's just unbearable.
No.
Well, welcome back to Bizarre Sunday. My name is Andy Matsky. I am joined once again by Matthew Buchanan. He's back.
Yo.
And we are here to have such a fun time with you guys. We got a silly episode planned. We're gonna lean into the silly, and we are returning to our second least popular episode format and exchanging playlists with one another, talking about music, what we like, what we don't like. But first, how are you doing? How was your trip?
Oh, it was so good. I got to spend time with my best friend and some other really fun, cool people. I got to go golfing, which was a
Whoa.
lot of fun. I visited Cooperstown, New York, where the Baseball Hall of Fame is.
Before we go too far, how'd you play?
Poorly.
Golfing?
Very poorly.
Oh.
It was a scramble. And for the first 3 or 4 holes, we were using some of my shots. And then for the most part after that, it was all bad. I also haven't played golf in a long time.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to do a full swing in a long time.
Because of your back?
Yeah, my back is just in shambles.
Yeah, that's tough. That would affect your game.
So
Cooperstown was fun.
It was a great time.
Did you go to the Baseball Hall of Fame?
So, no. I'm not a baseball person. And
He's not.
The Cooperstown friends that I have lived there, and that was just not a part of the itinerary.
Matt once said that the thing we'd never agree on is that baseball's an enjoyable sport. And when you know the differences that exist between Matt and I and certain, opinions we have and hold very dearly, that was really funny. That it's the one thing, that is the one thing. Other things we may come around to, and, we could find what we have in common. We could settle our differences. The baseball opinion, nope, that's the one.
I can't get myself to sit there and watch.
Yeah.
It's a cool mental thing,
Yeah.
But if I want to do that, I'll watch soccer instead.
Me personally, and I think I've talked about this on the show before, surprise sports talk on Bizarre Sunday this week. But the thing I like about it so much is that there are definitive boundaries of what is okay and not, and they've taken so much steps to ensure that if they mess up a call, they can overturn it as much as possible. There's still plenty of calls they can't do that to, but I don't know, and I've talked about it in context of a sport like basketball, where it's only gray area calls these days. So I appreciate that. I love the mental side of the game. That's dope.
Yeah,
but it's fair. I get it. Watching baseball in person is a whole nother thing compared to watching it at home on the TV. Most sports are that way. But it's I would rather watch a game at home on TV.
That's fair.
Because you can see the strike zone. The important thing, very clearly. So
yeah. I thought about coming around on baseball, and then I just never did. I can't enjoy it. And now that football season started, I'd rather just sit there and watch hours of football.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm coming around to football still. I get it. I think I used to not get it, and now I understand why people like it. But I still, and I get the rules. There's not a lot of things where I'm what? There was one thing on the Browns game that I was confused by, but that's it. Besides the Browns just being the Browns, that's always confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you golfed and that was good.
Yeah.
Not Baseball Hall of Fame.
Not Baseball Hall of Fame. I'm trying to think of what else I did. I went to a Bible study, and that was fun.
That's cool. Did you eat anything exceptionally good? What was the best meal of the trip?
I went to this breakfast place with my best buddy Liam, and I got a Taylor ham sandwich. They don't have those out here.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Which is crazy. It's like pork. It's another bacon type of thing. Except it's very different. Well, when we go out there, because I'm bringing you out there, we'll experience it together.
We gotta figure out an episode where it's just you and Liam.
That would be nuts.
I want that as a fan of quality. That would be great.
That would be dangerous,
We
I
can make
think.
it. If Mark and I can do it, you guys can do
That's
it.
fair. That's fair. Maybe well,
Yeah, and
I'll send out a text.
Mark's like down to come back. I was with him and my dad a couple days ago, and my dad was like, you gotta start doing more, and he's like, I'm down. So I think that's funny.
Yeah,
But
I got to get him on again.
yeah, you got to get you two on. That would be trippy.
That would be very trippy.
Me and Liam would just be like, hey man,
yeah. Hey.
and it would just be 45 minutes of that, of like small talk.
Yeah.
Or it would be, who knows? No hate to Liam.
We love Liam.
So we are talking this week about hopefully 14 different songs that that were preciously selected. Matt and I made each other these playlists like we did this last time. We made each other playlists and made the other one listen to it, and we're talking about it. For some reason, there's a lot of formula. That formula is something I do a lot these days. Is somebody suggests something and I got to do it. The other podcast and this podcast, we do it a lot. I like it. It works. I like to make Matt listen to music I feel like he would never really listen to. But that being said, I feel like this week was like a very fairly balanced playlist.
Yeah.
Like there's one wild pull, I will say. I mean, compared to what I could do, and I've already started working on the next one, because after I sent you that one, a whole bunch of songs came to me, and I was kind of upset. But I feel like there's only, I mean, I have to look at it again because I'm making such bold declarations about this playlist. But yeah, there's only one truly wild pull, and then there's a couple songs that I just think are unexpected, that aren't like crazy. So
yeah, I think like the lows were low this week, and then like there's like that middle ground that I think a lot of these songs kind of land in for me.
I think I sent you a fun playlist. I think I sent you a fun range. I think this is probably more of a range than you'll get.
Yeah, I definitely was like, oh, what, we're here now? Like, this is the vibe?
So the songs I sent Matt are Hurricane by Bob Dylan, I Will Buy You a New Life Live by Everclear, Orphan by Kenny Hoopla, Up in the Sky by Joe Satriani, If It Isn't Love by New Edition, Here to Love You by the Doobie Brothers, and Never Freestyle by Coast Contra. Pretty wide range.
That's
of
music. A very wide range.
Starts with Bob Dylan, ends with Coast Contra rapping over a JID song. So yeah, where do you want to start? I mean,
so I think for me, I did a little differently than I did last time. I started with the Never Freestyle.
Okay.
I really liked the beat.
Yeah, the beat's great. The beat's a beat switch of a JID song. That's the Never part.
Yeah. Was really good. Again, the content I will always struggle with, because it's just
braggadocious rapping.
Yeah.
Put
and
that
also,
on a shirt. Put that on a shirt, Coast Contra.
Goodness gracious. So like I struggle with like some of the content and stuff, but the vocal take was actually really interesting. It wasn't like the same sound, like especially towards the end when he switches up into like a higher register. I really appreciated that and thought that was like a redeeming quality for it for me.
There are four rappers who sound really different.
Yeah,
which is funny because two of them are twins.
Which it's crazy.
I think that's really interesting. Is you get like four different rappers' takes on that beat, which is a great beat.
It's a great beat. Like that was like the big takeaway, and the reason why I'm giving it a 4 is because the beat and the vocal takes were interesting enough that like I kind of was able to get past some of the content issues that I would have with it.
That last verse went viral from this freestyle.
I had heard that last verse before, like just randomly.
I think my favorite one is, well, if we can lay aside Eric Jamal's verse, and he's the only guy whose name I know. Sorry, other members of Coast Contra. The one I think I like the most is probably the first one, but I'm a sucker for um Spanish in
I was
rap.
gonna say it was the
Like
Spanish
he
was really
switches back and
cool.
forth, and
Yeah,
it's really neat. I'm also such a big fan of when the one guy says lines he's already said, and then says, I'm the greatest of all timers, plagued with the greatest of Alzheimer's. Like that whole part and forgot, like I hear it and forget you are rhymers. Like it's just great and like really creative.
yeah.
I don't know. It's really
It
fun.
was
It's
it
a
was
fun song.
definitely I would definitely rank this one, especially like also remembering my out of 10 scale is like a brutal
Yeah.
scale that like even things that I love, I'll put it like 8, 8.4.
Yeah, I think all around we're hard. Like a perfect anything is hard to come by. Like
Correct.
we talked about movies a couple weeks ago, and like I think there are a few perfect movies that I've seen. So like, and there's a ton of movies I love. Right? There's a ton of movies I love, and yet I think maybe one or two of the movies I love are near perfect.
Yeah.
So
And rap music for me it would probably not normally get above a 6. So like
yeah,
for it to be a 4
and for
and
it to be a
like
freestyle too. Like
I
this
was
is like
going to
a
say that.
true like kind of they're just trying to, and like all credit to them, they're doing a very good job at it, like promote themselves with this, right? And
Yeah.
so
No,
and
it was
they
good.
did it. That's kind of what put them on the map. And then they're on a Toby Nwigwe album right after this, and that was like great. And then they've just released, shout out Coast Contra, I'm doing you a whole ad read. They just released an EP that is really good. If you're a fan of the rap music, check it out. There's a couple songs on there that are really, really good.
Toby's the like
Yes,
Christian
yes,
in quotations
yes,
rapper.
yeah. And his album. I think I've joked about this. It's Moments, I think, or is it Nomans? He has all these funny album names. It might be Moments. I've been tempted to just have you listen to that for one of these because I think there's like 7 songs on it. Yeah, it's Moments. That's from 2022. That was like album of the year for me.
Is that the
No, that's the one before it.
Okay.
This is like his second to latest album.
Okay.
Is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to try it. Just
It's
it'll
not
be
that
a
it's
rough
clean.
day.
It's cleaner than his latest album.
That's good.
It's like it is a clean album. So equally questionable to everything else he releases in the
Correct.
last 5 years, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, guys, it's really good. Trust me. Trust the process. It's really good. So my first song, I guess I didn't save your playlist, but I listened to it.
I can
I
send
got
to
it.
you. Okay.
By the way, Spotify has a messenger now.
It
Weirdest
does.
thing
It's
ever.
very weird.
I really don't like that they know my iMessages. I didn't remember
Correct.
saying that was okay. They probably did. I just forgot. Also, I think it's really funny now. Like, can you message people who you don't have their number on Spotify? Because then you could like. All I can imagine now is that boys these days will be asking for girls' Spotify's, and that's hilarious.
That
That's
would
now
be
a way to get
nuts.
into girls' DMs is through Spotify. But right now, it's just you and Mark are the people I have on there, and Mark and I will just like send each other like random stuff, like not even music related.
Yeah.
I will go in order of what you sent. And do you want to tell them what you sent me?
Yeah. So I sent him a lot of white girl music.
Hey, it's funny you say that.
I sent him "Hair Toss, Arms Crossed" by Mark Amore, "Fallen Leaves" by Clinton Kane, "Butterflies" by Abe Parker, "Somebody Nobody Gets Over" by Noah Florsch, "Music for the Soul" by Sam Barber, "To the Girls I Never Dated" by Aaron, and "After We Break Up" by Thomas Day.
I think it's so funny. You sent me a bunch of basic white girl music, and the first song that you talked about that I sent you was a Coast Contra song, and then there's like New Edition. And yeah, anyways. So, Hair Toss, Arms Cross, I wrote good pop song. Why haven't I heard this? Because I feel like it's a good enough of a pop song
Yeah.
that this should have like
That
been
was a
on my
part of his
radar.
first album, and he got popular, actually, believe it or not. Well, let me tell you his song. It's called "Belong Together." It's the "You and Me belong together like
Probably
cold
would
iced
know it
tea."
if I.
You would hear it, like you'd
Yeah,
see it on like reels and stuff, like those lovey reels.
the I
Um,
the ones I go oh
yes,
and scroll past really quick.
that song has almost 1 billion plays on
Oh my
Spotify.
gosh.
um, and then like the discrepancy between the rest of his music is like that's got like almost 1 billion plays on Spotify, and then the next closest one is like 170 million,
But
and
still.
then 754
So
like
he's got a viral song. But I really, and I mean that like, is pop song vibes, but like good. And so it's like, where has this been? Like,
yeah.
I feel like this should have, and then what you just said makes this so much funny. I wrote, sounds like Target.
It does sound like Target.
I feel like I should have heard that in a Target. And then the next thing I wrote was remix with the baby question mark, because I feel like if this song had been released like 5 years ago, there would have been a remix with the baby.
It also wasn't. It isn't a popular song.
But I'm saying if
That's
it got
fair. If
popular
it
5 years ago,
yes, it
the
would have
baby would have
had.
been on it, and it would have been
Yes,
like, what are we?
and we're
I don't know if
yeah,
it's even at that, but that's just the vibe it gave me.
correct.
Was this is a pop song? If it hit the mainstream, that would get a remix with a rapper, and it would be like,
I'd be like, why did we do this?
what are we doing, guys? I
Yeah.
liked it. I I'll tell you right now, I only liked two of the songs on
Well,
this. Like added them to because I hadn't. I think I've heard two of these songs before.
really?
It wasn't like last time where it's like, oh, I've heard these before. I've only heard two of these before. Hair Toss Arm Cross did not make it into the liked songs, but I guess I'll put it in now just in case. I got to put on basic white girl music really
Of course,
fast.
of course.
And then I'll put this on. But it was good.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm glad
and
you
just because I'm
enjoyed it.
calling something a pop song by no means like denigrates
Yeah,
it
of
in
course.
my mind.
I
Okay.
didn't think that's what you were saying. Now, I do have to say you did not give me any of the genre of music that I would have like
Oh,
really
yeah.
enjoyed.
I don't think I gave you
Um,
anything. you'd love.
And I'm gonna be like super cancelable at this moment. Hurricane, Bob Dylan,
Yeah.
hated it.
You warned me that there was a song you hated off this, and I was like, it was Hurricane.
I hated it.
And I guessed it, and we didn't.
I don't like political music already, and that's all that this song was from start to finish. Was a political kind of like statement from Bob Dylan. It didn't have any musical direction because I understand it's like a just quote unquote storytelling. Like it always comes back to the same line, right? Like the same kind of like refrain of the song. Um, but like there was no like if you're gonna do a storytelling song, make it make sense, not just like jump from like
This makes
part to
sense,
part
yeah.
to part. It kind of does, but like
It's episodic.
it's it that that's the way you have to view it, and I don't want to view my music as an episodic piece.
You just
know?
watched a mini series as a song.
I know, and I hated it. um, I also didn't like the musical take of of it. Like you can tell that it was not professionally recorded for like because like there's a lot of mistakes that happened in the recording. So I don't know if it was like a live recording or if it was a like intentional artistic approach to it, but I did not enjoy the musical take either. And I mean, it's Bob Dylan, who is an incredible artist,
Yeah.
who has so many songs that I love and enjoy. This is just not one of them.
I'm surprised the N-bomb drops have not made your list of complaints yet.
Well, I was kind of just leaving the other content out. But all of those things do compile into my first ever 0 of the
Wow.
series.
That's crazy. So
Um,
let me ask you this. Your singer-songwriter friend, Bob Dylan, shows up and is like, hey, Matt, I have this new song. It's called Hurricane. I'm working on it. He plays it for you. What are your notes? Like, how would you, what's the direction you'd take this in? What's the map Buchanification of this song? Which, by the word, I just coined a new term, and I own it. I'm all rights reserved. I'll let you get a share.
Buchanification.
Okay, get a share of that if you want. I guess probably should let that happen. But
You know, I think it'd just be tough because there's like the bones of the song that I just don't enjoy. If the bones were at least something that I felt was like redeemable, I would have like. I think musically you've got to come. I think the instrumental could have been better. So I would have probably tried to um, clean up some of like the chordings that's happening. But yeah, I'd even like the bare bones of the song, I really struggle with like the content of it because it's a like it's all about social
Yeah.
injustice.
It's based on a true
Um,
story.
I when I looked at it online, that was like and so I was like,
What the heck
okay,
is up with Hurricane by Bob Dylan? Was that your
yeah, well, yeah, why does this song suck so much? No, and like the thing is too, and where I had to like kind of acknowledge is like with some of the songs that have come out recently that I've been like, oh, I don't like this. I only just recently started recognizing that political songs and like songs about like social justice that have come out recently, I have not enjoyed anyways. So it's much more of the genre of like I want my music to be my music.
yeah songs like Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us"?
Yeah. Except for the fact that that's about
Is it?
Drake.
Whoa,
um
whoa.
and yeah, it's
What if Drake disses Bizarre Sunday now, man?
well, oh no, we're popular. We get name dropped by one of the biggest artists in the world. Crazy.
Hey, that's my Drake impression. Thank you.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, I did not enjoy it. And I knew that I wasn't going to when I first heard it. Like when I heard the first verse, I was like, I'm not gonna enjoy it. But like I just don't understand even like why the instrumentation is
I love that violin. That violin has made me want to learn the violin since the day I heard this song.
and like it's when the individual instrumentation, cool. When you're like it sounds like it's wrong. Like it's not all supposed to go together on the recording because there's so many like mistakes in like what the guitar is doing and what some of the other instruments are doing. That was where I was like, what is even going on?
Yeah. I'd be interested to know the history of that because I feel like he probably like weren't expecting to keep going and they just did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It had to have been something like that. But yeah, that's my lowest score
Wow,
of
that's crazy.
of anything actually.
That he's ever given anything ever. The next song I have is Fallen Leaves. And I wrote, I'd never listened to this song. Too much, you know? And I don't even necessarily what I mean by that. But I knew from the first little like bit of the song, I was like, oh, I'd never listen to this song on my own. I'd hear that and I go, no, I'm out. I did like the ooh part.
Yeah.
And and especially when there was like the harmony. Maybe if it had like, and it was kind of funny we're talking about this. If it had like different instrumentation, I'd be more down. I just like this kind of like slow, and you're gonna know my opinion on a lot. I'm gonna show my hand with this. Like the slow piano ballad is just not my cup of tea.
That's fair.
So it's like, I don't know. But this like that acoustic-y sound was not doing it for me. What is it? Fallen Leaves by
Clinton Kane.
Yeah, Clinton Kane. Not an Andy song.
Yeah, I see.
And
I
that
picked
kind of
it.
that one. I think that was the one when I was like, and coming off Hurricane. I'm sorry because this isn't fair, but that was the one where I was like, when is this going to be over? I don't want to skip it because I have to listen to this song. And then I got the ooh part with the harmony. I did write. I liked the ooh part, especially the harmony belongs in a cooler song.
It does.
So
that is one of my least favorite songs from him. He just put it out. But I picked it because I knew that you weren't gonna enjoy it. that
wanted me to suffer. For the record, I sent you my playlist after you sent me I messed that up. Did I? No, you sent me the playlist before I sent you mine. So Matt wanted me to suffer before I made me listen to Bob Dylan.
To Incarcerated Scarface.
That's true. I've done
I picked a white girl love song.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. Maybe it's bad timing, but just not No, thank
That's
you.
fair. That is fair. I have a thing.
Okay.
Up in the Sky
Yeah.
by who's it by? Who's it
By
by?
Joe Satriani.
Yes. I understand the instrumentals were cool at one point.
Yeah.
Um, especially these types of like full band, like
Cool at one
basic
point. Still are
drums,
cool.
guitar solos the whole time,
Yeah.
shredding. Um, and then like I just get like really uncomfortable when it's like a song is guitar solo-y in general.
You get uncomfortable?
Yeah, like cuz like for me it's like ooh, those aged poorly like from like the
Interesting.
80s to now.
Yeah.
Cuz like we used to be like, "Oh yeah, that's so sick." Like
This came out in 98.
yes. So back then, really cool. I also just don't like songs that are just instrumental, especially if it's like this,
Yeah.
like where you've got a full band feel. I'd rather just have a song and like listen to like lo-fi
I mean, I
if I'm gonna
get it,
listen to an instrumental.
but I think this is a great song.
I think like, and that's what I did put. I was like, I did like the idea of like the instrumental. The solos, there was at one point when in my first listen where I was like, all right, this is where we're about to get to the like vocals. And then
And then
it didn't come. And that was like, oh my gosh. But the musicality of it was cool. The drums stayed the same the whole time, which I was a little disappointed about. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't much variation.
fair.
So it got boring a couple minutes in. But I didn't give it a 0. I'm giving it a 3.2.
We're doing it, guys. Wow. Wow. So funny. Sorry, Joe. If you're listening, I like your music.
I'm a hater. I'm sorry.
You're real good. That's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, can't win them all. What did I just talk about? Fallen. So butterflies. I wrote, oh, we're back at Target. Maybe I'm not in the right mood for this type of music. I am not a love ballad guy. Again, instrumental is simple, but, and I don't know if there was supposed to be something after the but there's not. And so I don't really remember.
That's fair.
I listened to so many, I listened to so many Target music songs. But yeah, the basic white girl music. See, I feel like I have my niche of basic white girl music that I'm down with. I'm trying to think of an example. I mean, maybe I'm not. Maybe oh, well, Noah Khan.
Yeah, well,
Noah Khan, Lumineers.
I wouldn't call that like
I don't know
basic
if that's
white girl
basic.
music.
That's
I feel like that's white girl music, but it's not basic white girl
so then
music.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not down with basic white girl music. Oh,
you got to be in a certain vibe for it,
and I'm not. It's
Yeah.
It's not the vibe.
I think it's a
season
stage
for
of
me. I
life.
think that's a good way to put it. I am not in the right stage of life.
Yeah, that's fair.
Makes it almost sound like I'm terminally ill, but I'm not, guys. Don't worry. I'm really trying to think of like basic white girl music that I like, and the only thing I keep thinking of is Gwen Stefani, but that's also not basic white girl. Like Sweet Escape, it's not a basic white girl song. I don't know why those wires are getting crossed. So I'm really trying to like prove my street cred here. But yeah,
it's also the piano balladiness that you were talking about not liking.
Just can't. I don't know why. Well, I know partially why, and I think I get into it in another song because I started to like understand it a bit. Is that I am a sucker for rhythm, and I especially noticed it and listening again to the playlist I sent you. I like songs that start with their like rhythm, start with their drums.
Yeah.
Literally a back-to-back songs on there.
Correct.
It reminded me that I had a summer playlist from like 2 years ago that I realized like all the songs are that way. There's like a drum fill and then the song starts. And so, and it's not that like there aren't rhythmically interesting things on these songs, but I need a little rhythm. I need something.
Yeah,
to
you got
dance
something to
to.
catch you.
I'm a little baby, and I need something to like bob my head to. I have a very simple brain.
Yeah.
I'm not cool. I just need something to be like, yeah. And if I don't have that, and it's sad, basic white girl love ballads, I'm in my stage of life I'm in. I'm just kind of like, I sit there and I'm like, man, I was eating my sandwich at lunch, like, yep, can't really relate to this right now. Oh well, it's a good sandwich though. But
I need everybody to pull up the YouTube and watch what just happened.
eat my imaginary sandwich. But
That's awesome.
yeah. So that's what I think.
Yeah, and that's totally fair. I knew that I was giving you music that isn't in your vibes that's normally in mine, because I'm a big piano ballad acoustic guy in general. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me a whole too much, even after what you said about Fallen Leaves.
And it's not that I think they're bad, right?
You think they're horrendous.
Because like millions of people would disagree with me based on the monthly listeners of these people, unless there's a bunch of people who hate themselves that make them listen to music they don't like all the
torture.
time. But it's not my cup of tea. What are you going to talk about now? I'm so excited.
I'm gonna talk about I Will Buy You a New Life.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Really?
I
did.
I'm a sucker for like the happy big band, and I loved the chord progression of the song.
Good.
I just love like that big live sound. You've got some big guitars in there. And like the content was sweet. Like it could be about as much about your mom as it could be about a spouse, like just wanting to care for a person. It was very sweet. I liked it a lot. And I gave it a 6.8.
Wow.
Out of 10.
I did it.
But yes, I really enjoyed it, and that's one of the ones that's made it onto a playlist. Yeah. So that's gonna be on my drive playlist.
Having the live version is like the deep cut. The normal version, the instrument, it's in a different key, and there's like a couple other things in the songs that make it more annoying. There's like a weird drum thing that I do not like.
Yeah.
In the normal version, but yeah, Everclear's great, man.
The live version is, I think, the thing that like won it over for me was like hearing it live.
Well, and I knew that if you heard the normal version and you heard the live version, you'd hate that this live recording isn't like the other one.
Yeah.
So that's why I did what I did.
Yeah. If I were to go and listen to the original one, I would hate it.
Probably.
That's what would happen.
Probably. But Everclear's great. I was partially inspired by the fact you and I went and saw Vertical Horizon. I was like, what's more 90s rock I can slide his way? And so I'm so glad that hit. It makes me so happy.
It was awesome.
I got on a big kick with that song like a summer or two ago. And I had a friend who was convinced, like, who told me, like, oh yeah, we sang like a Christian version of that song at school. And I was like, what? And so I'd Google it, like Christian version of I Will Buy You a New Life. I was like, I don't see anything. I was like going through some old chapels from school. It's like, I want to know what it is. And I finally hit me one day that I think it's Yes, I Will. And it's not a Christian version of I Will Buy You a New Life, but you can laugh. Like, I'm telling you this funny story because I think we were seeing that here one day, or like it was on, and I went, oh, that's what it, because the way my brain works with music, it's like association. And so I'm sure I heard, oh, Yes, I Will. And it like registered as the Everclear song for a second. And then it was like, oh, this is what that person was talking about.
No.
So obviously, hopefully, that friend of mine is not the most musically inclined. So the second they said something like that, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's a good song. Where am I at? Someone. Oh, what is it? I did not write the full names in my notes, which
that's
is coming back to bite me. And I have to find it. What's the name of the song? Stall for Time. Hey guys,
it is.
We're looking at the playlist.
Yeah. Somebody Nobody Gets Over.
Yes, I didn't even write the name down. I have heard this song before. I think.
How?
Maybe just being around you.
There's no way.
It's familiar, and this is where I say I'm a sucker for rhythm. I think this is the first song that has it in this playlist. So it's like this, like it starts off with like a little more. There's a little more something to bop your head to
Yeah,
with this song.
the piano's pretty. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, it's
dun,
like
dun,
a
dun,
faster paced
dun.
song. The line "He's great, I hate him."
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
Love it. Very interesting. Like, this is a song I could get behind a bit. I don't think it's one of the ones I ended up liking,
Which is
but
okay.
it's yeah. I like the line of like, I met your new boyfriend. He's great. I hate him. That's
Yeah.
the full line. I don't know why I like that line in the song, but it's a jazzier tune.
Yeah, it is. The guy is super not popular, and I
Yep.
saw the song on TikTok. He's got like one song on his spot. He's like the one hit wonder of TikTok.
Uh,
Like he's one of those people.
oh yeah.
Um, and so
The guy Noah, don't know how to say that last name.
Flourish, I think is how you pronounce
Flourish.
it. Um, but yeah, he's got like one song that's really big, and then this song just came out a couple weeks ago.
Flourish. It's weird. I mean,
um,
coming from a guy with my last name.
yeah, but I have enjoyed that one. I wish it had like a bigger instrumentation because it really is just like
It
piano
could,
and
yeah, it
guitar.
could build up
It could
again.
build up massively. But that's just me wanting it to be a little bigger. But yeah, I do like that song,
I do
and
too.
some of those lines are like very much like,
This might be a song that comes back up to my mind later, and I have to look up and
yeah,
rock out to.
of
So,
course, yeah, yeah. Um, I'm gonna go to my highest rating of the day.
okay.
Which one do you think it is? Do you
I
have an
don't
idea?
know.
Orphan.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot I liked. I really liked the vocal take and just like the approach to the instrumentation that happens. It's
Yeah.
really just one of those like groovy like summer
This is
songs.
honestly a shock because I thought this was a song you'd be like, it's okay.
It
So the fact you liked it a lot. So what's funny is Kenny Hoopla he's like a pop punk guy, which this song is really not.
it's
This
not.
song is very much like new wave, 80s
Yeah.
new wave. I played this song. This is a song I've sat on for the show because I played this the first time I heard this song was, oh, I forget what day that was. There's a day you and I were going over to Brett and Aaron's and we were at Giant Eagle.
Oh
I
yeah.
played the song in my car like as we were driving to Brett and Aaron's, and Kenny Hoopla, I love you. Your music, I've been a fan of his for years, but his songs are either great or they suck.
Yeah.
And so that's literally what went through my mind was like, this is either gonna be great or it's gonna suck. And then like the beat starts, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So okay,
I really
enough
enjoyed
of
it. I
me.
thought it was awesome. Like I even like I didn't catch a whole too much of even the lyrics of the song, but I was just totally enthralled by the beat and the melody that they went with and like just the vocal take because it's not a normal vocal take
Yeah,
either.
it's not.
So I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I gave it a 7. That's the highest.
Bang.
Um it might change dependent upon the seasons, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a summer song for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a vibe, and I don't know. I love it. Does like the '80s sound very well, like new
Yeah.
like '80s alt, which is like what a ton of people want to imitate these days. I think it does it really well by being almost like minimal. There's not these huge synths or anything in it. It's just very much like that rhythm and kind of that structure to your song.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that song was released, and I really was like, okay, here we go. Because I haven't been a huge fan of, well, I haven't really been keeping up with him. I haven't been a huge fan of his, I guess, in general, to be fair. And so then I listened to that song, and I was like, I'm in. Like, if this is his new era, too, like, I'm down. I'm down. But yeah, if you're a fan of that song by him and you want more like that from him, too bad.
Yeah.
There's really not.
Deal with it.
Yeah, wait around and see if he does other stuff like it. Music for the Soul, Sam Barber. This, I wrote, okay, I like this. This song got liked. This song got added to playlists. This song will be around. It gives me Open Road vibes, which, look, there are two ways to my heart. One is through my stomach, and the other's down the open road. And this got me there. And if anything, it's like I wish this had been here a little earlier, so like I could have like had it for this last weekend. But it's like this is a good song. I
Yeah.
like it. The instrumentation changes, right? It starts out kind of, does it start out more acoustic and
Yep.
then goes? I thought that was super cool. I even liked it when it was more acoustic. I don't know, given everything I've said. I'm a sucker for the guitar,
Yeah.
and so that was just great.
I remember showing you a clip of this song back before it was released
Mm-hmm.
that like wasn't mixed at all, so like you couldn't really catch a whole lot of what was going on. And then I was like, I think he'll love this,
Yeah.
knowing what we've talked
This
about.
is in the rotation and will be around, or it will, like, I mean, truth be told, it's kind of like been tucked away so that it'll come back to like hit at the right time.
Yeah.
Like I've talked about.
It's
how
one
I
of
like
those
to do
songs that
Yeah.
will do that too.
Yeah, it's gonna. I don't know if it's like gonna be on repeat, but it's around enough that it'll be back. I think I even added to like a vacation playlist from a trip I've already been on, so that if I like, go looking through that, I go, oh yeah, this song. So
Yeah.
it's in the right place to be where it needs to be.
Yeah. It's a goodie. It's a really good
It's
one.
a really good song.
Um,
You have to be 40 some minutes into the episode to hear music we like talking.
um, I think I've just got 2 left.
Yeah.
Um,
You got the Doobie Boys and you got New Edition.
so I'll
This is what I can think
start
of.
with the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
It's just the Doobie Brothers. That's the only way I can explain it. The thing that redeemed it for me was the interesting vocal take of the Doobie Brothers.
Michael McDonald is the guy who was singing that.
Content is nice. Here to Love You.
Yeah.
Real sweet. Real. Just not my style
said that
of
the
music.
weight of the world's shoulders is enough to make the ball fall right from space. That's the way it starts.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that.
Cool.
Talking about Atlas.
Cool
maybe,
stuff.
I love Michael McDonald, the guy who sang that.
Yeah. It wasn't bad.
Blue-Eyed Soul.
Was not like not something I hated, right? It's just not my style of music. Like you're hitting me like well out of my genres.
Oh yeah. I'm not trying to play you music that you like now. I'm trying to build up
an enjoyment of it.
Widen your genres and just show you that there's more than Target music out there.
That's true. I also do know that there's more than Target music out there. I've just chosen Target music. I gave it a 4. I felt like that was a respectable score.
That's crazy.
Also, do remember that the Never Freestyle
was also
a 4.
Matt's 4s are like my 7 or 8s.
I have a brutal scale. Yeah. I acknowledge this.
If you want to know what I would have scored things, I will not even add 4 to them because I think differently about Hurricane by Bob Dylan. So
I was gonna say, I
you have to grade on it's a curve.
Butchered that. Yeah, there's much a curve in it.
Add grades below a 1. Add 9.
But yeah, I thought it was good. I did like the content. I liked the vocal take. I thought was really good. Just not my style instrumentally, which is a big thing for me.
That is super fair. To the girls I never dated, I wrote, You love your vocoder, don't you?
I love my vocoder.
Song starts with some vocoder, and this immediately made me think of the fact you've been like, yes, there's vocoder, which I got to remember that. Maybe if I got to start giving you at least a song I think you'll like. But vocoder's good, and I said sounds like Synth Sunday, and beyond that, I don't think I really thought too much of it. For those who don't know, I have this idea that every 6th Sunday of the month, well, not every 6th Sunday, every 6th Sunday of the month is Synth Sunday, which is a joke that never quite lands when I say it.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of that idea. That's the thing is people think I mean that as like a mean joke, but little do you know that'd be the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, sounded like a Synth Sunday. That's like literally it. I don't think I like the song very much, except I liked the instrumentation.
See, that's shocking because I know that the other one that's crazy. Anywho,
real inconsistent, guys. Not enough to make the little monkey inside my brain like dance around. That's an image.
If It Isn't Love.
Oh my gosh.
I really vibed with the content of the song.
Okay. Okay.
Which definitely changed my rating, I think.
Okay.
I gave it a 7-1,
Let's
which I think
go.
actually is the highest. That is the highest.
Let's
Um,
go.
Real groovy. I liked that a little bit about it. Not my style instrumentally, but the content of the song just hit
Yeah.
in this season
In
more
this
than
stage of
anything
life.
else. So that's
Matt and I are at very different
we're in
stages of
very
life
different
where
stages.
most of the lovey-dovey stuff makes me instantly skip it.
And then
And
I
with
sit there and
Matt, he
go,
goes,
oh.
"Yay."
um, but yeah, I was shocked that I enjoyed it. I literally was driving earlier today, listening to it, going, I like this way too much.
This song has made me realize I've had a crush on at least a couple girls. Because I'll go,
That's crazy.
Bobby Brown, you're right. If it isn't love, why does she stay on my mind?
Yeah,
So good, man.
that's
So
crazy.
good. That song's been around forever too, like in my life. That song's
Yeah,
been around since I was like 9 or 10. Song's been around a decade plus. That whole album's really good. I know instrumentally it's not your thing, but they do some really interesting things
yeah,
that I almost sent you another song because I'm such a big fan of one of the things they do, which is just I don't technically know if it's like different than what a lot of people at the time were doing with that like 80s R&B, but I mean it does not get much better than New Edition.
yeah. It was good.
So good.
It was good.
So good. I'm so happy that actually hit. That's probably the one I was the most like, man, if he doesn't like this, I'll be bummed out because he's missing out. After we break up, I was I like the melody and the this is what I wrote. I had to remember like this. I start a sentence that I don't finish, so forgive me for having to understand my notes. I feel like this is what people listen to after a breakup, like what people should listen to after a breakup or a rejection. Me personally, I listen to like clips, the rap group. So this is what you should like handle those emotions with when I choose to not handle
Yeah,
my emotions that way, which is not a discredit to the song. So there's those two types of people in the world. I feel like the song could be sampled into something really cool. That was a feeling I got because I liked the melody and I liked what it did. And then it at the end there, I wrote, okay, the O part
yeah.
again. That's what got me. The like last
It's
what
real
30
good.
seconds of the
Yeah,
song, great. That part's great. I'll take it. I think is that the one that's banjo-y at the end? One of these was banjo-y at the end.
it's not that one.
Then was that the
It
music
had
one,
to
the
have
open road
been.
one? Then never mind. But this one ended really well. And
Yeah.
this is the other one I actually added to playlists and put around places. So
See, the last line of the song is after the O's is after we break up, what becomes of us, which is like a brutal end to a
yeah,
song.
man. Yeah, man. So let's give it a couple weeks and I'll probably really like this song. So um so I mean I liked it. I added it to my like songs.
Let's
It's
go.
good. It's good. Um that's kind of it. I'm so glad you like New Edition.
Yeah.
That really exceeded my expectations. And then that's crazy. That's crazy. And Everclear.
Yeah,
Two very
that and
different.
Kenny Hoopla was
Yeah,
those
that's
were my
right.
top
That's
ones.
crazy. I'm kind of shocked by that. To be totally honest, not that I thought. I mean, I guess to be fair, I should look over the playlist again because it's like, well, what else would you have really liked? But if you want to hear us talk about more songs, if there's a particular song you want us to yap about, leave it in the comments, and we will. We'll make it happen in an upcoming episode. There are a couple episodes that we really want to release that we really, but like we've talked about, that we're down for, that we want to put in the effort to do well. So if you've left a comment and I've responded with something like, that's a good episode idea, that's not my like cop out answer. That's like, there's a couple of those that
Yeah,
we have to work on. Life's just been really busy.
correct.
So like this is I think this is close to the longest Matt and I've been around each other, like actually sitting down and relaxing. That one of us isn't like half asleep. So
Yeah.
Maybe I am half asleep. I don't know.
I could be.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Do you have any concluding thoughts, or should we wrap it up?
No.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're a little rusty. We should be back next week with more Bizarre Sunday.
Every Sunday morning I'm in service.
It was more just like every time I sat down to do it, I was getting called by people. Or like I was here at the church and I had a pastor walk into my office.
I think we are as appropriate as we could be on that episode. You don't got to worry about the pastors here and nothing.
It wasn't like oh my gosh, the content. It was more like they walked into my office and started talking to me.
That's
so
fair.
I had to like, I swear I'm doing work, press pause,